Hey guys, how you doing? This is Mike with theplateaupulse.net. I made a couple videos, but this is my first one I'm going to post on the Facebook page. I want to give you guys a bunch of free tidbits about how you can improve your Facebook, your website, just kind of overall improve your business. I did Facebook ads for a friend for their two brick and mortar businesses for about 12, 13 years. And they were pretty successful with them. So I'm just trying to transfer my knowledge and things I've learned along the way and pass them on to you. So today's topic is kind of a Kaizen thing. If you read my thumbnail, and Kaizen just basically means small changes. Big, huge companies and stuff, flying companies like Toyota and stuff like that, to make these little changes to their company that make big savings in time, money, and things like that, and productivity. So, anyways, with that being said, one of the things is you have a Facebook page, right? And you named it. Mine is called Plateau Pulse. You think you named it, but you really didn't, because you started it and then you started doing business and you thought, well, this is good enough, right? But you think you have a name because it says it across the top, but it's not there. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. And what I mean is I went to my Plateau Pulse website. I pulled up two examples, and the first example you see is don't want to put their names on them, but you're going to see them. I apologize. And it's nothing that they're doing wrong, but people put up their pages and then they just go about their business. Well, think of it this way. Whether you have a brick and mortar or a home business, this Facebook page, your website, it is basically like somebody virtually walking into your company. So if they virtually walk into your company, the first thing they see when they show up in the parking lot is, hey, I'm at the right place, right? Okay. Same thing with Facebook. So what you want to do, if you look on the top in the URL, it's really long up there, right? If you follow my cursor, look how long this is, right? Now if I go to the next example, facebook.com/adventuresnc. If you can see that, they put the name in there, and it's really clean. It kind of cleans it up. And in all honesty, it's two different businesses, and one might not think it matters, but later on when you're trying to rank higher on Google and things like that, and think about this, if I'm driving down the road and I'm on Google Voice and I say, hey, I need to find blah 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 bookkeeping, if you don't have the right name and things like that, it's not always going to come up, right? So the more you can put your name, the more people say it, the more they type it, the more they say it, the algorithms pick it up, and the higher you're going to rank with Google. And I'm gonna go into another video with Google how you can do this really cheap and get your name up there and get it up on a top ranking. So that'll be another video. This one I'm going to try to stick on topic. So if you see up at the top, facebook.com adventures in C, it's really clean, it's really just, it's nice, you know what I mean? So again, I'll go back to the other one, see how long that URL is. I mean, it's huge, it's longer than the alphabet. So anyways, I'm going to close these out real quick, and I'm going to show you with my Facebook page how to do it. So basically what you do is, I am on my home page, and if you see up in the top right, you can see my little logo up there. All you do is go down to Settings and Privacy, then Settings. Then what it's going to do is kind of pull up your hierarchy of how to run through your different items you have that you can edit. If you scroll almost about 75% down the way on the left, it says Page Setup. So if you go into the Page Setup, let me move over here. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me move my big head out of the way. If you move to Page Setup, you can see my name. I got it right there, Plateau Pulse. Now click on that, and at the very top it says Plateau Pulse. I've already edited it. If you go down to username, facebook.com/the Plateau Pulse. I already have my name there, so when people type it in the top in the search and things like that, it usually comes up first because you're identifying it with names. That one that I showed earlier, if you started typing in AZXYP1H4, you might pull it up, but if you type in that name, it's going to be hard to find. So these are the first things you usually want to change. So if you go to it on the top, you hit edit. See this? It says you cannot change your name on Facebook right now because you changed it in the last 60 days. Make sure when you guys change your name, make sure that you know it's something you want. If you don't got it, it's going to give you some relevant ones, but like the Plateau Pulse, wasn't taken, but the username was, so I put the Plateau Pulse. It'll show up like Plateau Pulse 2287. It'll give you all these different ones you might want to do, but try to keep it to the real name of your company, so that way people can find it. So other than that, it's really simple. Now I'm going to show you one more little trick you want to do, because you might, whether you have a brick and mortar like a restaurant, coffee stand, or whatever, or there was the bookkeeper, or you have some service biz, HVAC, electric, whatever it is, what you always want to do, and this is what I do with mine, let me close this out, is if you see my page here, I'm going to try to get my face out of the way, I have albums. And if you look, I did a giveaway the other day, so I have an album called Giveaway. You always have the cover photos and a profile, but then I have another one called Business Tips and Tricks. And by the time I publish this video, that's where that one's going to be shown. So next time you come to my page, it's probably going to be down there. Once I never mind. Once I publish the YouTube video, it's going to put over here, I'm going to put a little cover photo, and I'll have a link to the video, and you'll be able to see it. So anyways, it's just a real neat little tip or trick. And what I would probably do if I had a business, something customer service, I would always have an album. I would add to the album. And what I would do is I would probably do my menu or the services I offered. And then I would do one album that would be called time and contact and all the other stuff. And then what I would do is I would go back to my home page. And when I go back to my home page, give me a second. When I go back to my home page, what I would do is go down here, and you can see I have two customers' things right now that they're pinned. If it was me and this is my Facebook page and I had a restaurant, coffee stand, customer service business, I would have my menu pinned right here, and I would have my contact information and or my services offered, or however you want to do it. But make it so when people show up at your homepage, it's like they showed up on a Google ad. It's like they showed up at your office and they knew exactly what they were looking for, and they thought, oh, you know, because one day you might post something like you have a burger stand, and they're like, whoa, I wonder what kind of burgers they got, or my friend or my girlfriend or wife or husband or whoever can't eat this, I wonder if they got something else on the menu. It's nice for them to be able to see it, you know what I mean? It just leaves them with a great first impression. When they see everything nice and clean and tidy, they're going to think that the rest of your business and the rest of your personality and whatever kind of work you're doing is the same thing. So I hope it helps. And for later videos, I'm going to do something on Google, and I'm going to go back to show you why this matters. And it's going to matter because your Facebook page and everything else will start showing up on Google. And then as that happens, you're going to rank up higher on Google with your business. Also, people sometimes want to have a Facebook nowadays. It used to be really expensive. Even if you're just doing a one-page landing page, there was people that were charging $200, $300, $400, $500. 3- and 5-page ones when you're starting to do more contact information, pay forms and stuff like that. I mean, we're getting into thousands of dollars. I'm going to show you where you can basically do it pretty much free, just using ChatGPT or Claude and this one free service called Cloudflare. Really easy. It takes you about an hour or 2 hours to do it on your own. And anyways, I'll show you in the next video. So I hope this kind of gave you some good tidbits on how to help you with your Facebook and your business. And I hope you guys are having a great day, enjoying the sun. And just I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.